today. From Portland, Oregon, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Houston Texans and the Portland Lumberjacks. Get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from the City of Roses. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it with Madison. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys,
made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And finding the tight end Hooper.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence caught by Jones. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Marvin Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lumberjacks have moved out in front.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but, well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Rodgers now to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Lawrence on the slant. This is Chark.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll run with ETN. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Lumberjacks are able to widen their advantage.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Draw play, Etienne.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This complete to Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Lawrence.
It's caught over the middle. Hooper.
7 yards the pickup there.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Etienne with it.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They go play action now. Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, and that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. This, the 2nd meeting of these 2 teams. You might recall they met back in week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now left side on the swing pass. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Here's a give to Madison running right.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another carry now for Madison. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So the completion good for 7 there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's 21-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Houston. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Here's Madison running left. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Texans send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Etienne.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
He's got Hooper on the short connection. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And Shark calls it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Shark's got it left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lumberjacks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw.
Slant route to Miller.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Rodgers to throw once more.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Madison.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alexander Madison, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive in total 8 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Another tote for Etienne. A 1st down and more, Etienne.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lumberjacks stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense taking over again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Rodgers into the secondary past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Rodgers.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Boswell for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers looking sideline, incomplete.